motion.
Second? Aye.
Yeah, roll call.
Yep.
Roll call, please.
Okay, Jay? Yes. Tim?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
Carl? Here. Petrie?
Here.
Our attorney?
Here.
Our administrator?
Here.
Okay, everyone is here, budget amendment hearing.
Okay, Roy? Roy?
Oh, hi.
How are you? Okay, now, we're in the work session, okay. Can I get a motion to open to the public for the budget amendment hearing, please?
Well, that should be during the regular meeting.
Yeah, we're still in the work.
We're still in the work session.
I mean,
So if Roy wants to do it, just say it to us.
he does it now, right? Because he usually does it now.
Did you advertise the public hearing for now?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, then you can have it now.
So if you wanna give us a quick overview, Roy, as to why there was a budget amendment?
Yeah, so the budget hearing was the last meeting for the public. Tonight's, public hearing would only be on the amendment. That amendment is for the garbage trash removal, where it was approximately $400,000 increase. We did not have the money in the budget. As a result, through the council and through Dave, the administrator, the decision was made to use surplus so as to not impact the taxpayer any more than in these economic times. So with that said, the tax rate will remain the same as it was last meeting. We will increase the budget by $400,000, and the surplus will be used to offset that appropriation. The contract was bid at a minimum of twice,
Well, it was twice, plus the,
third time for.
was the other one, and.
So it's been open, bid numerous times, and this was as best as we could do. So with that said, that is the amendment, and then we go for adoption this evening.
Okay, so now you need to open to the public just on the amendment.
Only amendment.
May I have a, motion to open up to the public for budget amendment only?
I make a motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Anyone out in the public would like to be heard on the budget amendment, please? Yes.
My name is Yvonne Lemon, 268 Highland Avenue. Just want to clarify, so you said $400,000, right?
Approximately $400,000 for the record.
Okay. And so that's gonna be used from the surplus, so therefore it's not gonna be impact on the tax.
That's correct.
So from the property owner point of view, it's gonna be same as last year. I
That's
mean,
right. And from the
month.
last meeting, yes.
Last meeting, okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, thank you.
Hi, Annie Esca Garcia, 272 3rd Street. I was wondering if taking the $400,000 from the surplus is gonna affect the town's credit rating or have any impact on the town's credit rating?
The quick answer is no, we're AAA rated, our surplus is still within a higher standard than most.
10%, between 10 and 15%, we will, have that money still reserved for next year. So the, short answer is it should not, in these economic times, affect our bond rating.
Is there a plan to recoup the $400,000 at any point, or is there a system in place for that?
Oh yes, the miniature has many ideas. One of them is parking, increasing some of the fees.
Yes.
Jerry White, Orchard Avenue. If we already know what the budget is, if it gets passed, why does it say we're gonna receive an estimated tax bill?
Because we do not have the, county tax rate. That's not gonna be struck till sometime at the end of June. And the governor's office, and open space as well. And the governor's office announced that the budget itself will not be adopted in time to get the actual tax bills out, which is June 14th. So we're doing an estimate, and then we'll reconcile it in November.
Anyone else? Okay, don't see any other hands raised. May I have a motion to close?
Motion?
Then they have voting.
I make the motion.
You got a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, so for today, we have 3 sets of meeting minutes to adopt, consent agenda items
155, and 168. Specifically, 168 is a very, I think it might be a little bit of a misunderstanding, but I want to clear that up.
168 is off the consent.
168 is on consent.
It
It's on
already is.
consent, yeah. It's good, it's in consent. 168.
It says off consent.
Sorry, can you please repeat one more time?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wait, maybe I have a.
146, 147, 152, 154,
Oh, okay. No, never mind.
155, and 168.
I have an objection for taking 154. I like to go for the authorization of borrowing.
No, Councilman, it's not, he's saying take it off the consent, he wants to vote it on separately.
He wants it separate.
So it's not that, right.
We should do everything separate, no?
No. Everything's on consent unless the council person requests something be taken off consent. So he's requested that those items be taken off consent, which means they'll be voted on separately.
I see, okay, all right, I get that.
You guys have a motion for them to take them off the top?
Before we make a motion to take them
Well,
off.
it doesn't really, it's by right. It doesn't, isn't that the way it reads, that if the council person requests?
Yeah, it has to go.
Alright, let's move on to.
Just give me simple questions, I just wanna make sure simple questions to get it done.
I think it's as of right, because if it's not consent, it means he's voting, he's actually voting no.
It's not consent.
So 146, 147, 152, 154, 155, and 168.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, actually from 144, among all of these, payments that we made out, do we include the sick day payout in this, monthly expense for this month?
Is there any payouts for city?
Right, yeah. Is there any, payouts for the?
Was that? Yeah, somebody.
Well, hold on, the answer could be yes or no, so if somebody took a sick day, then they.
No, we are talking about the, you know what becomes the problem, right? So-
No, I don't know what becomes the problem. So-
She's asking if there's any payouts to anybody
She's
from you sick
talking
day.
about, you know,
None.
Yeah, I just wanna
No.
make sure.
You said
So, none of this has any kind of that, okay, all right. Because, we just found out that the sick day payout that was appointed by the controller's office last year has been still paid in this year, 2022. So, you know, it's been 5th month, but I think we've been paying out for illegal payments
Oh, okay,
continuously.
wait.
So, you know, we have.
No, we did not, that was not said in the meeting. That was not said, we needed to, that had to be
No, I
verified.
didn't say it in the meeting, but I.
Well, I'm just
found
saying, it wasn't
that it's
verified that
possible.
there was any illegal payments
I
made.
am not afraid as your chief financial officer to speak up, that it is out of line that there was anything illegal done this year.
All right, thank you so much. Just want to make sure. We have to know, I don't want to be responsible.
She answered it.
Yes, can I just move forward? Question about the 146. There was a refund, I understand the situation is a medical situation. But, what is the procedure protocols for the pools? Is everybody else gonna say, here's my medical excuse?
We've done it in the past, every year we've had one or two, no one has ever taken advantage.
Okay, so this is the policy.
So it's been what we have done, we have basically set that procedure in the past, if someone truly has a serious medical condition, and we've only had one or two possibly
It's only a
every
couple.
year.
Right, couple. And
Maybe.
it has to come through our borough to the side, in our.
Come to the mayor council, no, they cannot make that.
All right, good. 147, seems like this is a service for collecting clothes, shoes, and textiles, curbside pickup, right? Could the current DPW service pickup service not, pick up clothes, shoes?
They could, but this, You
No,
want me to-
that's okay. He-
So, yeah, they can, the DPW can throw them out regardless, but this is going to someone who's gonna give them out to, people in need or organizations like that.
That's good, but we're paying for it.
No,
We're not paying for
No, we
it.
talked
No,
about it last.
it was like by ton, by.
So they pay us by the ton, and I think I can talk to, Austin.
They pay us, they're not really wrong. It's okay.
And even if
I'm
minimal,
moving forward.
it's just-
Don't worry about it.
It's a service charge.
And that would
I got
have,
it.
that would have
I read
to
the service charge as us giving them, so I misread this, perfectly fine. 154, the reason why.
Well, hold on, you have 152 as well.
Yes, 152, you're right. This one is, I'm kinda curious, it seems like they wanna do a one-time event that lasts about a couple of months.
The Elks Club does this every year.
Okay, got it, thank you very much. All right. And 154, appropriate authority is my concern concerning creating a police director. It seems like Stephanie Jan constantly wants to put up a director there, but I have to really, not agree with her opinion, because we need a competent CFO or chief to manage and take responsibility for our police department. The director position, if you read the description, do not qualify for that. Someone, he's not able to demand and give out orders just like a chief or the OIC. So,
Then we should
let me
hire-
finish, please, let me finish,
yeah.
right? And we had this kind of position called the consultants. But you and whoever was involved decided to cut it off because they thought it didn't work. So my question is, why do you wanna put up director? That's the same thing as it's a very similar responsibilities and roles as the consultant.
Okay, if you.
And secondly, by doing this, the appropriate authority from the council dissipates and gives to the director. So I would like to know why you wanna do that.
All right, so let me explain. I felt that, the chief should be from one of our people, which means like
What's one of our people?
the police, from the police department. You know, we don't have one yet, so I felt that I would eventually would like to, have our, current police, force to become the chief, but we don't have anybody to be qualified at this moment.
wait.
No, I'm sorry. But
You should be ashamed of yourself for saying that.
please,
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? We have a wonderful police department.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Let me please.
I don't.
Yes.
Be quiet!
Please. I don't wanna bring the chief from outside. That's what I.
That is
would
the
like to
good
do.
decision.
All right.
It's coming from the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming from the outside.
Until we find among us the real
Tienen esta gente, coño.
person, it would be very good idea to bring someone temporarily trying to lay everything down about protocols and education and, you know, like, just, forming the right way for a certain period of time.
But you
So
see-
that's why I suggested, please don't get me wrong, I just always believe that the chief has to come from our own current force. That's what I believe, and it seemed to me that, like, nobody was really approaching to that yet, or, you know, I heard, because it's my.
Wait, let me stop you there, because I want to advise the entire mayor and council, please refrain from making any comments about any employees unless you're gonna say what a great job they're doing. Other than that, please refrain from making any public comments, because it's not appropriate, and you're gonna subject the borough to unnecessary liability.
Thank you. But Stephanie, you still didn't answer my question. My question is, we let go of the 3 consultants because you
So
and
that's what I'm
other,
saying. If we
councilmen,
can-
please answer my question.
Yes.
You're going somewhere else.
Right.
You're about to hire a position that's very similar to 3 consultants that you just fired. Why are you doing that? There is no leadership there. There is no chief.
So if we
There
can
is no
find a
OIC there.
person who can handle it, I always believe that right now.
You could have taken one of them, they were all like.
I don't understand why you're trying to put another consulting position.
But
This
then,
is
what
a regular
is
position.
what is your suggestion to pay our police department to do a very, very good job?
I don't you fired those three, and you're asking to put another director in there, which has a very similar roles and responsibilities as the previous applicants. My question is to you.
That wasn't our job. Look all the suit that we have.
We were not satisfied with those three, right?
Okay,
Hold on.
hope you're gonna forward,
Hold on,
okay?
please.
We
Let's
were
move on.
not satisfied, right?
Yeah, one more, last comment.
Stephanie, you're talking about hiring a police director. You're going out, and according to this, you're having the borough administrator go and advertise. You don't even come out with any kind of qualifications for a police director. You just can't advertise and say,
That's
oh,
what
I'll
we
take you off the
discussed
street,
about
you're gonna
us.
be the police director.
Not the
You had
same
three
right now.
chiefs of police that retired. One of them you could have made one of them the police director. Instead of going out and saying, well, we're gonna have a police director. You don't have any qualifications set up, you don't have anything set up.
Okay, then let's set up a qualification this month.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have
Points well
plenty of
taken,
good
let's
results.
move on, please.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay,
If there's
yeah.
nothing is ready for the current
Okay,
The other one is
decision making, we have
resolution
to
one
start
five five that I
reading.
wanna talk about, alright? It seems like we spent, resolution 155. It seems like we spent over $6,000 on doing the, I guess, the editorial legal analysis of the Borough General Code.
Correct.
We discovered after $6,000 in change, we're gonna change paragraph 10.
No.
You didn't pay it?
No.
And we're planning to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, good, alright, good. And one last thing will be hiring of full employees for 2022 is a very technical question. It seems like it's hiring, but when you look at the resolution, it's about raises as well. Just wanna make sure that that's clear.
Yeah, we can, Karen, you here?
Yeah.
Just real quick, maybe.
Okay, so what has happened is that, that it's very common, a lot of pools having problems getting the lifeguards this year. College kids come back, they don't wanna work for $12.50. When they start off as a lifeguard, I usually start them at $11.50, and through the years, I give them raises. But this year, I have quite a number of college kids, they can't work for that limited amount. So I did go in and ask you earlier, $14.50, and I think I asked you for a little bit extra for them. They
I'm
are,
completely fine with that, it's just that on the resolution, on the proposed resolution, it just says hiring. When you read on the resolution, it's about hiring and increasing
Oh, okay.
salaries, so it should be, the title should not be confusing. It should be hiring and raises.
Just so the mayor and council is aware that the comment that you made is true for several towns in Bergen County, they're all having
Oh, it's
problems
very common over
finding,
there.
finding lifeguards. And to your point, with the inflation, the $12, they can make more money
Right.
almost any place
a
else.
lot of people, a lot of them go to American Dream and they get over $15 an hour. You know, I wanna keep them, they're home kids, their kids are broken town, they've been working with me for quite a number of
I
years.
think that's the
And I
problem,
want to keep them.
part-time work now.
Yes.
So let the public be clear, it's not about hiring, we also need a raise for those guys, which they solely deserve.
Councilman Kim, based upon your questions being answered, then you restore some of the items to the consent, or no, you still want to vote on separate?
I'm satisfied.
Other than the one for the director item?
Yes, director.
Okay, so everything else can go back on consent, other than the resolution involving the advertising for a police director.
I appreciate that, thank you.
I also have a question about resolution 148. Yeah. Okay, last month, I believe that was 2,700,000 something extra that we made a resolution.
No, correcting the amount.
Yeah, so
So
what?
it became 3,174,000 now.
Yeah, so what it was last month, after the court, after they took us to court, because, another competitor challenged the way the resolution was written and the way we spelled out each individual items, they wanna clarify it. So what John did was prepare a new resolution, which incorporated the number. They're not getting one penny more than was in the bid price. The resolution just clarified the amounts in that area. That's all it was. There was not a dollar
And the
change.
lawsuit was dismissed.
And the
by the way.
lawsuit was dismissed.
No, but I noticed that the number is different, right?
No, the number's not different, it's the same contract amount, nothing's changed.
It's a 3,174,000.
And the wording in last month's resolution was not properly, put in, so it could have been misconstrued when you added them up to get to that number. So
So
this
you were making a mistake,
I didn't make a
correct?
mistake, I didn't do the resolution.
No, No, my
I'm
office,
not blaming you.
Well, that's what you said, you said you're making a mistake. My office prepared the resolution, there was a miscommunication about, because there was a lot of alternates,
But that's what you said last month, you said.
and that's why it was
I said-
fixed.
and that's why it was fixed.
Right, but you said like that was your office mistake last month, and then again, it was another mistake your office made.
Remember, that's the only thing we're changing in this contract. It has nothing to do with the number.
Cause I have to let people know, it was $7,999,000, and plus the recycling collection. Now it became $3,174,000. It was, I remember, $7,999,000 plus that was $2,700,000 something. I clearly remember, but the number is different. No matter what, who's making a mistake, I
But the
think
number is
we-
not different in the contract, the number is the same. It was direct, the
And
contract
also,
number
we
was
have
correct.
this portion of the writing, for how many pages?
Que están acostumbrados, loco, a hacer la vaina volado, eh.
He showed one
Eso es lo
page
que
of
pasa.
paper showing A and B column,
Pena,
two
eso
things
uno.
down there, including tipping and AB only. I said, why don't we have 3 companies bidding? And he clearly, BA said, it's so hard to get more.
No, hold on,
bidding.
hold on. I don't control the bid process. That's a public bid given out.
I'm
No control the administration.
You're saying I said that it's hard to get bids.
Because
I
I
don't
asked you
control
and
the
you
bid
said it,
process.
right.
The bid process is put out to a public bid, which was done 3 times,
I didn't-
and
I
those were
only
the
heard from you.
respondent bidders.
Right.
That's all we could do.
Right,
Oh,
but then you know that the number is different, right?
The number is not different. The contract amount is the same contract amount. There was a wording issue
With
with
the
the
bond.
bond, and we corrected it. The amount that these people bid is the exact same amount that came in the first time, that was in the paperwork the first time. The way it was allocated and added together was different, so it's all clarified now. Not a penny more was paid there.
And it's approximately how much less than the other bidders? There were 2 bidders.
$320,000.
Right, but I'm
A year.
explaining to
A
the
year.
residents of the town, because
A year.
with my old respect,
Yeah, so
the
the overall.
number has been keep on changing, to me.
No,
I
the number,
read it
the number
different
has
from
not
last month.
changed. The
So
number
I'm
is the
just
same.
asking,
No, so the answer is the number has not changed in the contract, it's the same number that was in the contract at the last meeting.
Pero ellos tienen que haber un
Change
contrato
that was in
original.
this second contract deals with the bond.
Tiene que haber un contrato.
It's approximately
Y el contrato tiene que decir lo que
$350,000
es.
less a year than the other bid that was received, so the total savings over a 5-year period is over $1.8 million. That number hasn't changed.
Right, whatever you say, thank you so much, but, I cannot digest 13 pages of all these writings in half an hour.
What's the mistake? I'm in my office all day long. Feel free to come up anytime you want. I'll walk you through the whole process. I mean, it's right here, the numbers.
No, when she sent us the, agenda, she should have included it, right?
You can come by anytime you want. Anytime you want. It's a contract, same contract. The numbers have not changed. They're exactly the same from the original contract. There it is. The original contract from May, from the
So
original.
why
May.
last month that was $2,700,000?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you remember?
It's the same price, it's the same amount.
Nobody's gonna agree with you.
Same number,
Same number?
yes.
Okay, then please, everyone, when you go online and check, 148 and that was 130 something less, please check. So
Yeah, we
what
know.
That was kind of thing. And I don't like our agenda to be on our desk at the last moment. Because it's so hard to make a decision, right?
Yes.
They were sent that one.
That was,
It was Thursday.
I said it before, right?
It was Thursday. No,
Just so there's no, so the agenda is sent to the governing body, Thursday or Friday, the week,
Gina.
by the borough clerk before the next meeting, and the council has the right to contact the borough clerk or the borough administrator on any questions they have when they get the agenda, or any other information they need that's on the agenda, before the meeting, if that's what you choose to do.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Thanks.
Anyone else have any other quotes?
On the work, no.
The work session?
No.
I do have two things that I'd like to discuss. We've been working on the budget we still haven't just passed the budget, right? Not yet.
Amendment.
In those looking at it, I thought there were some areas that we could